yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Come on, you lot. Come on. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, or if you're watching this back as part of a video on my channel, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever it is for you guys. Welcome along to our daily dog walk. And I'm out with 7 dogs this morning. I'll do a little introduction to camera in a second, but I'm just making sure that we are properly live. There's no glitches with the signal or anything like that, and we're able to stay with you for a little bit of time. So we'll show you the pups and a little bit of our location in a second or two, but right now we're on a little bit of a bridle way. This is used actually quite regularly by horses, especially this time in the morning. It wouldn't be the first time we've actually bumped into a couple of hackers, horse riders I mean, not in the sense of computing, use this area, use this pathway while we've been on it. So we just need to keep our wits about us, but we're actually about to veer off the path and up this way anyway, so I think we've survived without any more encounters with them. Whoa, God, me, goodness me, that was almost the end of every live stream. If I'd fallen there, that would have been a real sore one, I'll tell you that. Right, let me get to the top of this little hill. I'll show you a little bit of our view, do an introduction, and then tell you what we're going to do today. So bear with me while I hike up here. I don't have 4-wheel drive like the dogs do. Oh, and disclaimer, as the title explains, they're not fighting. Juno, hey, Juno. Haha. Make a good decision, sweetheart. Right, I think we're up. We've had Vlad say hello. Good morning, Vlad. Thank you. You may not be there now, but you were. Thanks for tuning in. Right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're joining Crighton Pet Services live dog walk with me, Stephen Crichton, and my 7 dogs. Well, actually, that's a lie. These dogs aren't mine. I look after 23 different dogs throughout the week, and on a Tuesday and a Wednesday I have to spend half my time explaining that this pair are not fighting with each other. So Juno, thank you. He's a nice good girl. Good girl, good biscuit, good boy. Hey, Edith, good girl, sweetie. Right, Juno, here, there's the other half. Don't you two fight over that now. Don't you two fight. Yeah, so I have to spend half my live stream explaining that Harris loves to be chased and Juno loves to chase him, and the pair can only play fully when she is barking her head off. And I liken it to the same way that tennis players grunt when they take a shot. It's that kind of energy output, that release. And as the title says, again, for anyone joining us, they're not fighting, but she's very loud when she plays. Yes, Esther, we are in Scotland. We're in Edinburgh, the capital. And although we're kind of in the city centre, you wouldn't think it, would you? Genuinely, right now from here I could drive into Edinburgh Castle in 10 minutes or 5 minutes and out beyond the city limits in the same amount of time. So, bring it to the side. Juno, come. Morning. Good, Harris. Edith, just wait. There we go. There we go. Good boy, Barney. Good boy, little man. Can you come and see me? I think it'll make someone's day if they can see you in the flesh. Here we go. How are we doing, bud? How are you doing? Yes, I know. I know, you've had lots of cuddles today. Right, moving on. We are, we are enjoying our teammates today. Juno and Harris aside, the rest of the gang are obviously really responsive and quite enjoying the session. You saw there was another dog walker with his dog. I don't know him nor his dog, so we just moved to the side to get this rabble out the way. And I think arousal rate is probably just getting a little bit high just now. So what we're going to do, Harris, thank you, Harris, thank you, buddy. You sit nice for me. You leave that lead alone. That's not for you. That's not for you. That's not for you, bud. That's not for you. He's still going for it. Poor Ruby's getting walked by Harris. The reason Ruby's on this long line, this training line, and none of the others are, is that she's much more of a hunter. And this stuff here, if you're watching and you're not from Scotland or from the UK, this stuff is called gorse. If I show you, do you see how prickly this is? Every one of these barbs would like shred your skin. And there are probably millions of them here. And this is actually a great place to show you, because underneath this leafy exterior that are all sharp, there's a kind of dry underground where things like deer and foxes and badgers like to live. And so Ruby tends to sneak into the gorse and stay. Imagine she went in there. I'd never know where she was. I'd never be able to see her. And she could be in there for 2 or 3 hours, just working all the network of little internal runways and pathways that have been made by the rabbits and foxes and deer and goodness knows what. And that's what she does. So she's on the safety line to prevent me standing here in a field talking to you guys for 4 hours not knowing where she is. So a great dog, but when that opportunity arises for her to do that, she takes it. She takes it. Whereas most of the others are not as they either don't have as good senses, or they're not that bothered. They're not as bothered by things like deer. So there we go. Stay away from the hogweed. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hey Harris, how you doing, bud? Everyone's going to be wondering what the grunting is. But it's you on that lead trying to chomp it. I know. So if you're just joining us, this is my job. I look after these guys' dogs. I look after these dogs for my clients. Don't we, Edith? And I always have to put a disclaimer up on a Tuesday and a Wednesday that Harris here and Juno here are not fighting with each other because we get quite a lot of comments about the fact that they're a bit wild with each other. And you'll see that, I'm sure, as the walk unfolds, you're going to see them go a little bit turbo with each other. So bear with us. Well, I don't actually want it to happen, but these guys want it to happen. Because sometimes it's just, it's too loud even for my camera, and sometimes it'll just drown out all the audio. You won't hear the bark, you just hear nothing. This way. Good puppies. Good puppies. Getting to a better vantage point now. I'll maybe be able to show you the actual towards the city centre a bit more. We're nearly at the summit, aren't we, CP? I thought maybe from here, definitely from this next bit, we'll be able to see. I thought that little ridge was high enough there, but where Edith is should be Thanks for the help, Harris. Appreciate it. He sometimes doesn't do... I have different colours of these. And sometimes he does it and sometimes he doesn't. And I need to check which colours he does it with, if that's a factor. Or if it's just the state of mind he's in. Alright, so we don't dox ourselves entirely, but you know we're in Edinburgh. And here is a better vantage point of the city. There's Arthur's Seat. Behind it, maybe not overly visible, is the North Sea. And the city centre is just down below the dwarf bushes down there. And behind us, the other half of the city, what would you call that, more uptown, more suburbia, and yeah, out towards some of the country, or countryside rather. Let's have a little look, have a little gander. Oh, actually, quite an interesting talking point. So maybe you can see at the side of the hill here is the dry ski slope, and in Edinburgh they've just actually fitted like a toboggan run thing that you can do. I think it's £7, and you go down on this little kind of, what's the word, like a train almost. It's on a rail, and you can determine the speed by how much of the brake you apply. But apparently it's very good fun. But it's over very quickly, so if you're going to do it, I think the suggestion is to get 2 or 3 attempts. Yeah, what a genius sales pitch that is. Yeah, it goes over quick, so buy 3 or 4 of them, thanks. Right, where's Ruby going? Where Ruby goes, I kind of have to think about, so there we go. Good girl. Good puppies. Very well behaved. Who's the gang we've got today? So we've got Juno and Biscuit, our border terriers. Ruby, I flicked over the side of that gorse so you would come. You came back the other side. If I'd left it on this side, you'd have gone the other way. Come on. Ruby. My princess Ruby. Yes, Edith, our newest recruit from in this combination of the dogs. She's been with us a couple of months now. We've got Barney Boy looking to stalk or pounce on Ruby there. Our white dog is Charlie the Westie, and we know Harris, who Juno's barking at, so they're probably going to have a play. And you know she's not fighting, because if they were fighting when Harris fell over there or rolled over, Juno would have kept going. But she showed a lot of restraint to just wait. She wasn't just waiting though, she's also doing something else, which is she's asking, which we can all hear. That bark, that very high pitched bark. So she's asking Harris to get up and to get in the lead. But I'll be honest, he's probably exhausted. They've been at it all morning. So, oh, Ruby's going to pull me over unless she slows down. There we go. She knows. My husky. Here she goes off on a hunt. We follow Ruby a little bit. We've got a cracking view of your backside, Ruby. Thank you, sweetie. Good girl. Good girl. Nice to see Edith joining in with Harris and Juno's play. She definitely understands the signals. Don't you, sweetheart? You heard your name, you came back to me. I shouldn't have said it out loud. Hi. 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 Are you guys having a play? Yes. Hello. 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 Do you know? No, I want you to come and I want Edith to play with Harris. That's what I want to happen. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get my wish. I don't think I'll get my wish. That better just be grass, young lady. You better just be doing a little ceremony. Contentment ceremony. Here we go. Here's a better view of all the housing. As I said at the beginning, we're like 5 minutes from the city centre, so which is over there. In fact, right in the centre of the horizon there, that's Edinburgh Castle. That is us right slap bang in the middle. So some of the problems we can experience with the dogs being slightly over aroused, which doesn't mean the same thing in humans as it does in dogs, just so we're all mature about this. But this is arousal here just now. So this kind of grunting and growling and breathing fast and kind of snorting with your nose. That's the beginning of his arousal rate starting to kind of pick up a little bit. And the issue with that is that it can be quite contagious. Everyone else can sort of pick up on it. And dogs with lower self-control, dogs that are not able to regulate as well, and dogs that are maybe not able to recognise the signals of play as well, can take this sign as a bit of a threat, and that could escalate into some kind of fight. But these guys all know each other really, really well, and they've all been taught by dogs that have been around for longer than them. Even some of the older heads, we've had dogs that have came and gone within the pack. So perfect example of that arousal just turning a little bit much. Harris getting involved with Edith there. Edith just giving him a little nip, say hey, and she stopped it, didn't she? That's much more effective than I could have done. Good girl, well done. Good girl. So there's no harm done. They've not been fighting. It's just the teacher slamming a book on the desk type of situation there. And of course, we film these things for the owners to show the owners exactly what's happened on the sessions, so that there's no real fallout between the owners' families or anything like that. You know, we've seen what happened there and how it de-escalated. They're not at loggerheads with each other, they're not fighting. It was exactly the right amount of input and it's dealt with. Good girl. Good girl. It's just calmed everything down a little bit. Good puppies. Good puppies. So interesting, yeah, I'm talking about that arousal rate kind of building up, and that the dogs know each other really well. And then it just got to a stage where it was a bit uncomfortable for them. And we've all calmed down again. So you might think, why do you let it get to that stage? Well, there's a couple of things. One, we're using these kind of things as an outlet for the dog to deal with some maybe pent-up aggression or frustrations, that kind of thing. So Harris playing tug of war with the lead is a good way for him to expel some frustration. But we don't typically want it to get to the stage where the dogs are nipping at each other ever. But it is one of those things I maybe just missed the threshold cues of how much they were willing to put up with. Hey buddy, are you okay? Yes, you're good. And you're good, sweetie. Yes, I know, you're good. You're not far away from me. And you're good as well, do you know? Good at opening my treat bag. Some nicer views again. And hopefully a little bit more out of the wind now. I think we're just going to be a little bit sheltered for another few minutes. It's nice to have so many of you joining us. If you've not done it already and you're kind of enjoying what you're seeing, the algorithms brought you here for a reason, and you're welcome to just leave it to chance. But if you would like to see us again, and there's no necessity for that, but if you like seeing the dogs, and tomorrow we'll have a different combination and we'll be in a different location, then by all means hit that subscribe button, follow us along. It would mean an awful lot to me, and I'm sure the dogs would love it too. If you were able to add to our community, and by that you don't just need to subscribe, you're welcome to comment on anything that you see, the good, the bad, the ugly. We happily enjoy some criticism. Actually, it helps even more so with the algorithm than the niceties. So if you've got something to say, you're not happy with seeing it, maybe you don't like the dogs out together, then let us know. Barney here just exuding a little bit of alertness to the person who stood on the edge there. And now he set Harris off, and there's going to be a chain of command here. If we don't de-escalate this, we'll have it more. Gino, come! Barney, come! Barney, you're on your own, buddy. Good you guys. I don't know why he's so frustrated with that. We'll keep going. He'll catch us up. Got no concern about that. When he realises that he's let us know. There we go. Ruby's just going to make sure he's okay. Are we okay? And a bit more play. Good. Well done, you guys. Well done. Good puppies. Oh, speaking of play, here we go again. Do you know, it's a bit loud for the camera, sweetie. Junebug? Yes. It's just a little bitty loud for the camera, Juno. This is for Charlie. This is for Barney. Harris, do you want a biscuit? Oh, buddy, you just like a cuddle. Just attention, bud. Oh, and Charlie, you like it too, I know. Oh, yes. I see you all. I see you all. I see you all. Yes, I know you all. I know what you all like. Yes, you do. And there's Ruby. Could not care less what I'm doing. Wow. Someone didn't get enough attention as a child. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, jump into the live comments, guys. Someone is in dire need of being spoken to. Well, maybe just ignore behaviour we don't want to see. Same way we would do with the dogs. Right, we're going to go this way. Me, come on, bud. 70% of what a dog will be alert to, and Barney's kind of alertness to here just now, is likely down to smell. So my suspicion is the dog that he's barking about is maybe still an entire dog, you know, so they've still got their bits. And that would be the type of thing they would be able to smell, especially because we're downwind. Barney, keep coming, bud. Keep coming. Let's just wait here. Let's just wait. Good puppies. Good bee. Good. It's a shame I can't like sort of zoom out a little bit and show you them all sort of sat here and how they respond, but maybe I'm going to try and get the GoPro set up with the attached to the live stream so it displays in a higher quality for one. That's the next plan. So if anyone can point me in the direction of how to do that, I'd be very much obliged. Very grateful. But if not, I'll figure it out. Good morning. Morning. How are we doing? So it's not that dog, that guy's came from the different direction from what Barney was moaning at. What's up, bunny? I'm coming to see you. Yes, I am. What's up, my boy? What's up? I see you, kiddo. Hey Frank, how you doing? Frank, have a look at the comments. There's someone in the comments that has hit copy and paste a couple of times. I think you'll find that funny. No spamming, right? Do not spam the comments. Yeah, I thought you would appreciate that. I thought you'd find that funny. Good, you guys. Are you streaming today, Frank? Good girl. Good puppy. Good boy. Good Barney. Good pup. Do you want one, Harris? Harris will throw this around probably for the next 5 minutes. We're coming towards the end of our session. We're actually not far away from the van, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to get these guys back in the party bus and get them towelled off and a nice drink and maybe another biscuit or two, and get them home safely. So from me and the team, if you've not done it already, we'd just like to ask you to, if you want to follow us along tomorrow, if the algorithm has brought you here, then please don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button. You can follow again tomorrow and every day that we go live, which is every weekday around about this time. And if you miss the videos, you can always watch them back on the channel, because after we're live they drop into my feed as well. So we'd love for you to be part of that community, and if not, if this is the last time we're going to see you, well, thank you very much for taking care and taking time and staying with us. We really appreciate it. Frank, was it the... Yeah, I know, and I always see this on your from your other thing, the Westie, Charlie here. I know. He's like, let's get a final close up of Charlie. Charlie, come here, bud. We're going to say bye-bye. Yes, we are. I know. Right, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Until the next one, take care. Have a lovely hump day, and we'll see you all see you on the next one, which is tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.